Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking time to click on this video. I was very excited to get this Walgreens haul up for you. This was one of those days at Walgreens where I could have just, I think I was there for a couple hours anyway, but I could have just kept getting deals and rolling register rewards from like Unilever to P&G and back again, and just it was fantastic. So we're just going to jump right on in over here with this transaction, which I was really excited to get and try. Okay, so we have the, hopefully everybody got that booster for online where if you spend $45 on P&G dental care products, you get $15 in Walgreens cash when you do it online. So a lot of times when you do that, when we get something like that and it's for all P&G products, that typically means there's an in-store promotion as well. And that's usually spend $30 and get a $10 register reward. And that did turn out to be the case. So spending $30 on participating P&G dental products in store will get you a $10 register reward in addition to any register rewards that you were going to earn with those dental care products. So this first transaction, once I deleted that 6 off of 4 coupon from my account, went swimmingly. But at first that little guy wanted to attach to everything. It was super annoying. So we had to void it and I had to take that off. And this transaction, I did this twice on 2 different cards. I didn't even use a point booster because I wanted to be able to roll some Walgreens cash. So this entire transaction, everything I have on the table was a $7.11 moneymaker. And I got to spend like $45 in Walgreens cash, which was fantastic because that builds up and up and up. Okay, so in this transaction, I wanted to be able to use $20 from Walgreens cash. I used no point booster. So the 5 products I picked up were this Crest Pro Health Gum Sensitive. It's on sale for $9. This deep stain remover, this is like dazzling mint or something like that. And I'm telling you that because that's going to come into play later. It's also $9. We have a $4 digital. When you buy the 2 of them, you'll get a $5 register reward. Then we still have the Crest and Oral-B deal where if you buy 3 products, you get a $5 register reward. I've already used that 5 off 3 digital, and I didn't, the 6 off of 4 was just, don't try to use that one. It was messing everything up. It was attaching to everything no matter what order we scanned it in. So I have a $2 digital for Crest toothpaste. This one's $3.50. I have a $1 digital for Crest mouthwash. This one is $4. And I have a $1 digital for these, which is $4.50. And then I put the Colgate deal in, which is free because I wanted to get my total up high enough to use $20 from Walgreens cash. So let's go over the numbers. All right, so the 3 cheaper Crest and Scope products are $3.50, $4.50, and $4, which equals $12 exactly, which was perfect because when added in with the $18 in Crest, you're at $30 to get that $10 register reward back. So the $2 digital, the 1 and the 1 came off for those Crest and Scope products there, making it $8, and I did get the $5 register reward. The 2 more expensive Crests are $18. The 2 $4 digitals came off, making it $10, and I did get the $5 register reward. And then I also got a $10 register reward for purchasing $30 in products. And then I also got $2 back when I bought a $1 for each one of these higher end Crest products. And then I put the Colgate in at 2 for $8. 2 $2 digitals came off, 1 for the toothpaste and 1 for the toothbrush, making that $4, and I got my $4 register reward. So this whole transaction was $38. No points boosters were used. It was $22 after coupons, so I was able to roll $20 in Walgreens cash and paid the other $2 out of pocket, which was wonderful. And then I got $26 back. 2 $5 register rewards, a $10 register reward, a $4 register reward for the Colgate, and $2 on Ibotta, making this a $4 moneymaker without a point booster. And I feel like it's been so long since I've had any moneymaker transactions where I was able to just roll Walgreens cash. Now, if you want to throw a point booster in here, like you have a 7 back when you spend $30, this would be like an $11 moneymaker if you don't want to roll your Walgreens cash. So that would be fantastic. But I was quite content to roll that Walgreens cash, which was super nice. So I'll have an image up if I haven't already popped it up here. I did use all of those register rewards already because I was determined not to leave the store with any P&G register rewards today because some of them only last 5 days now, and I don't want that kind of pressure. That's because my Walgreens is like 22 minutes away from me. So here is all the products. Plus this is 250 P&G points on one receipt, which is wonderful. So as you can see, there's no point booster listed there. There's all the digital coupons coming off. The 4 for the higher end Crest, 2 Colgate, 2 Crest, and then 1 for the Scope floss picks and one for the mouthwash. And that was $22.18 in tax, which we ignore because we pretend tax doesn't exist. And then I paid with $20 in Walgreens cash and a couple bucks from my PayPal debit card. I transferred a little bit of money from Ibotta to my PayPal debit card to pay these little bits today. All right, so then we moved on to this transaction, and thank you to my subscribers from last week who told me that the buy one, get one free Dove coupon is not working on certain Dove men's products. So on the face of that coupon, the two Dove men's products it's showing is the one with the blue label and the one with the green label. So I picked those up this week. Last week, the one I picked up, one of them had like a red label and it was like scrubby. It did not work on that one. This time, two of those coupons worked flawlessly in this transaction. And I was also able to get $3 back on Fetch in this transaction for that rebate that we had, where to spend $40 on Unilever personal care products and get 3,000 points back, because I had some tracking to that, so I hit the $40 mark. Okay, so these are they're 2 for $14, $7 a piece, and these are $11 a piece. You don't get any register rewards for purchasing the large ones, but you do get a $3 register reward for purchasing the smaller ones, the women's ones. So they're 2 for $14, and the Dove men's are $11 a piece. So altogether, it's $36 in Dove products. I had a spend $35 and get $7 in Walgreens cash paper booster that actually printed out on the first transaction. So those two buy one, get one free coupons took off $10.99 a piece, making it $14.02. I got the $3 register reward back for purchasing the Dove women's, the $3 from Fetch for hitting that $40 mark, and $7.36 in Walgreens cash. So I got back $13.36, where I spent out $14.02, making it 66 cents for all of these. And this was my favorite part. So I used a $10 register reward and a $4 register reward from this transaction. So my subtotal was 2 cents, which was just beautiful. So here's all my products, my point booster, a $10 register reward for that P&G promotion, the $4 register reward I think I got from the Colgate. Both of those buy one, get one free coupons came off. Thank you so much for the tip, guys. 2 cents out of pocket, paid, I got $7.36 back in Walgreens cash. So a nice little transaction there. So I decided to take a shot with this transaction. I know at some point Tylenol had been like buy two and you get a $5 store coupon. That didn't print out, and it was fine. I knew going into it, if it didn't print out, I was still okay with the math. So I don't know if you do this. This is something I do. I go through the Walgreens app and I see a coupon I'm interested in. I click on it and I look for the lowest price item that it attaches to, which is how I ended up with 2 really good transactions this week. So that $3.50 coupon we have for the Tylenol Precise products, the typical Tylenol Precise product is like $15.40. I want to say it's like $15.49, somewhere around in there. This 2-pack of patches is only $7.99, and that $3.50 coupon attaches to it. And then we also have a $2 digital for the smaller Tylenol, and then we have a $5 digital for this facial moisturizer, and I used a $5 printable. This was for the Johnson & Johnson Activate Rewards promotion, where you spend $30 and you get a $10 virtual Visa card. This transaction gives you no register rewards at all, but it's still really cheap. So let's get into it. Okay, the Tylenol Precise is $7.99. The $3.50 digital came off no problem, making it $4.49. The smaller Tylenol was $5.99. The $2 digital came off, making it $3.99. I did not get that $5 store coupon, but that is okay. The Aveeno is $12.99, buy one, get one half off. As you can see, my pen started to die there a little bit. So they're $12.99 and $6.49, so $19.48 for the two of them. I had the $5 digital and a $5 printable from coupons.com, made those $9.48. There's no, oh, sorry, one of my cats just sneezed, made me jump. So there was also no register reward promotion for that. So it's $33.46 for everything. So you're over the $30 mark to get that $10 virtual Visa back. It was $17.96 after coupons. I got the $10 Visa and $7.33 in Walgreens cash. So I got back $17.33, where I spent out $17.96, making it only 63 cents. And I knew if I didn't get the $5 store coupon, what my total would be, and I was okay with 63 cents for these 4 products. So here is my receipt. You can see the half price Aveeno, the full price Aveeno, the Tylenol products, my point booster, and then I rolled some register rewards, the $3 for the Dove from the previous transaction. Let's see what else, some other, okay, sorry about that, guys. 2 of my cats, I think we're about to get into it. So anyway, we have a foster kitten right now, and one of my cats is not the biggest fan for it all. So anyway, there's my point booster for the spend 30 and get $7 in Walgreens cash. I used a $3 register reward from the previous transaction, a $3 register reward, I believe that was from last week, and the two $5 register rewards from the very first Crest transaction. And then there is my printable coupon for the Aveeno and all the digitals, which brought my total down to only $1.96 out of pocket, and I got that $7.33 back for that. Okay, so here is what I was talking about earlier, where it's going to make a difference which Crest products you buy. Because I went to do the exact same transaction on a different account. I got the $10 register reward. I got one of the $5 register rewards for purchasing 3 of the Crest or Oral-B products. And then I got the $4 register reward for the Colgate. So the two differences, let me back up a little bit here. In this transaction, over the first one, is this product, which is Ultra White. And obviously this larger scope mouthwash, which was $5, but was still marked as part of the buy 3 and get the $5 register reward. So those are the two differences, that and that. And in the first transaction, we had Dazzling White and this smaller one. So I don't know which one of the $5 register rewards I did not get back because they look identical. They are coded, but I don't know which code belongs to which one. So I don't know which product was the troublemaker. Is it this one and I didn't get the $5 register reward back for these two? Or is it this and I didn't get the $5 register reward back for these 3? I honestly don't know. So if you want to be really safe, and you can go with the products that I got in the first transaction. But the $10 did print, so that one was just fine. So basically the math is exactly the same, except this puppy cost $1 more than that smaller one did. So it's only $1 difference, and I was able to roll $20 of bonus cash again. So the math is, like I said, only $1 different, being that mouthwash is $5 instead of $4. So you're at $39 instead of $38, and you're at $23 after coupons instead of $22. And you're at $26 back, which is exactly the same. So it's a $3 moneymaker instead of a $4 moneymaker, because I submitted this to my other Ibotta account and got $2 back for these. And then the very nice cashier gave me $6 instead of $5 for that register reward that didn't print out. I don't have that factored in here. That would actually make this a $4 moneymaker, but that was just her being kind, so we just won't, I'm not worried about that. So one of those two products gave me an issue. And if you have any idea which one it is, please share it in the comments below. But here's my receipt. It's pretty much the same as the first one. And again, another 250 P&G points. So everything's the same except, that mouthwash being $5. I used all digital coupons there, no register rewards. They all came off just fine. It was $23 plus a little bit of tax. I paid the $20 in Walgreens cash, and then the rest with my PayPal debit card. Now, this was another example of, I went in and I saw we have a $10 off 2 digital coupon for Oral-B, certain toothbrush related products. And these heads are included in there. They're only $9.29 a piece. The rest of the products are like $30, $40, $50, $60. But for some reason, these are included in that coupon for $10 off of 2. And I had gotten one of these toothbrushes a couple weeks ago at CVS for free or moneymaker. So I was able to get 2 sets of refills for it, which was wonderful. And I paired that in with the Dove deal, where if you buy 2, you get a $5 register reward, and the Garnier Fructis, because we're out of hair gel in our stockpile, where if you buy 2 at $3.99 a piece, you get a $4 register reward. So a booster had printed out for spend 30 and get 7 on the previous transaction. So the Dove are 5 for a piece, so 2 will cost you 10. That $5 coupon makes it $5, and you get the $5 register reward, so they're free. If your store's out of the $5 ones, this was the only set in my store. There's Lily. Say hi, Lily. They do have $6 ones, so it would still be a really good deal. It would just be $2 for the set instead of free. The Garnier are $7.98 for 2 of them. The 3 off 2 digital came off, making it $4.98, and I did get the $4 register reward back. And those Oral-B products are part of a deal where you spend $12 and you get a $6 register reward. So they were $9.29 a piece, so 2 cost me $18.58. That $10 coupon came off, making it, it was $18.58. The $10 coupon came off, making it $8.58, and I did get the $6 register reward for spending $12 on certain P&G oral care products. Boy, I can't even talk tonight. So it's $36.56. After coupons, it was $18.56, and I got $22.36 back, including the $7.36 I got back in Walgreens cash. So it was a $3.80 moneymaker for all these products. And I actually forgot that these are part of that Fetch promotion too. So by the time I remembered that this evening, I had already maxed that out on my Fetch account. So I scanned these to my husband's Fetch account, and now I have $10 tracking for that offer. So here are my products there. Actually, this Dove wasn't with the rest of the Dove. It was over by like the men's Dove because it's actually like a dandruff one, but it was the only set left that they had that was in the $5 range. So there's those, the Garnier Fructis, the Oral-B products, my spend booster. I used a $4, let's see what I hear. Oh, I had the $10 register reward from the transaction before, the $4 from the Colgate, and another $4 from something else I had done today. So that made it, and then and then my digital coupons came off, so I only had 56 cents out of pocket, and I got that $7.36 back in Walgreens cash. I was super excited about these low out of pockets today by rolling the register rewards. So the next transaction I did after that was actually this one with the Downy and all the Tide products, because I'm trying to track towards that spend $50 and get a $15 P&G for the virtual, actually I think it's a physical Visa card for that P&G promotion. So between this receipt, this transaction I did last week, and one I have with some razors on it, I'm at like $42 now. So I'm only like $8 away from getting that Visa card. So very excited about that. So this is pretty much a duplicate of what I did last week. I had $1.50 digital for all of these products. And then I used one $5 OTC coupon to bring, my out-of-pocket down, because those OTC barcode, not coupon, they don't count against you at P&G. I have an email from them saying that if you use OTC barcodes, you don't have to deduct that from what you are submitting for the rebate, which is fantastic. So I paid the rest out of pocket so that I could have a decent balance on there to count towards, that promotion that I'm trying to get $50 together for. So they're all $5.49. So 4 will cost you $21.96. I had 4 $1.50 coupons, so that made my total $15.96. And I paid that whole $15.96 will count towards that rebate. And I got the $4 register reward back for buying 4 and $5.21 in Walgreens cash, because I ordered one picture today and got the spend $15 and get $5 in Walgreens cash. So it was $21.96 for everything. $15.96 was my subtotal. I did use that $5 OTC coupon to bring it down to $10.96, which I paid with my PayPal debit card, because using register rewards will lower, they'll count against you for that P&G rebate. But the OTC does not. So it was $15.96. I can count towards that. And I got back $9.21 total between the register reward and the Walgreens cash, making it only $1.75 for these 4 products. And here's my receipt. See, they're all $5.49. This is also 200 P&G points. There's my point booster. All those digitals came off. So I can count this $15.96, my subtotal towards that P&G rebate. There's my $5 OTC, and I got that $5.21 back in Walgreens cash. So from there, I jumped over to, where did we get to? This one here. I know it's a lot of transactions today. It was a lot of fun. Because I wanted to use that $4 register reward because it was expiring in like 5 days. I didn't want to leave the store with it. So I put together a whole transaction with no more P&G products in it, so that I would get like the longer lasting, like Unilever and other product ones, because these all expire like August 4th. And that way I don't have to feel as much pressure with them. So this deal with the Tresemme is buy 2 and you get a $5, is it $5? I believe it's a $5 register reward. You buy the Garnier and you get a $4 register reward, and you buy the Dove and you get a $3 register reward. So this was also a tremendous amount of Unilever products tracking towards that spend $40, and you get the $3 in Fetch, which I hit on this transaction here. So here's how the math breaks down. The Tresemme is they're $6 a piece, so 2 will cost you $12. The $5 digital came off, making it $7, and I got my $5 register reward back. The Garnier is $3.99 a piece. We have a separate digital coupon for the whole blends than we do the Fructis, so their total $7.98. The $3 digital came off, making it $4.98, and I did get my $4 register reward back. And then the Dove is 2 for $7. Well, they're $7 a piece, so 2 will cost you $14. I used the $8 digital on this account for that because I hadn't used it yet. I used the paper coupons in this earlier transaction down there. So that made it $6, and I did get the $3 register reward back. And again, point boosters were printing out on pretty much every transaction again today, which was wonderful. So I had gotten to spend $30 and get $5 in Walgreens cash. So I used that here. So it was $33.98 for everything. It was $17.98 after coupons, and I got $17.33 back total between the register rewards and the Walgreens cash, making it only 65 cents. And then I was like, real close to hitting that 3,000 points on Fetch again. So here, oh, sorry, let me show you this. Here's my registered rewards. They all printed out. I kept them for next week since they have a longer shelf life. And here's my receipt for everything. I used a $4 register reward, a 6 and a 5 from the previous transaction. And then there's my digitals. And again, my out-of-pocket was super low, $2.98. And I did get that $5.33 back in Walgreens cash. So I left the store. I was like, okay, guys, I'm done. I need to get home. And then I thought, well, I'm only like $10 away from getting that $3 back on Fetch for the last time, because you can only do that 3 times. And I had done it once last week, once earlier in the transaction. So this would be the last time. And I'm like, well, I still have one more digital on my other account. And if I go back in and buy these, it will be free. So I couldn't help myself. So I went back in and got 2 more of the Dove on my other account. And they are, again, $14 for 2. I had that 8 off 2 digital, brought down to $6. I was able to use $5 in Walgreens cash and like $1 out of pocket, which was wonderful. And then I did get that $3 register reward back. So we're at $6, but I got the 3 back. And then I submitted my receipt to Fetch and got the additional 3,000 points back, making those free. I actually scanned them out of order. I scanned that one before I scanned this one, but you get the point. They were free. So that's everything I have for Walgreens. I really want to go back and do some more because it was fantastic. But if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.